Turbo Treasures. This episode is a mix, bit of a mix. I'd just like to point out this is multiple hunts. This is all the best bits I've found over the last 8 weeks or so. So these are all hunts combined into one video, as is my style of making videos. I don't believe in one hunt, one video type thing, because this channel is just a diary of my metal detecting, all the things I want to remember and look back on and watch myself. So I don't believe in going out and filming everything that I find, like bottle caps and modern coinage. It just makes for bad viewing. I think I don't like watching that myself, so when I'm on YouTube and I see that, I just turn the video off, because I think it just spoils it really. So this is my style of video. This is how I make videos, and all these hunts is going to go into one video. And in this video there's about 100 hours worth of detecting. But I've been out and I've had a lot of hunts where I've just drawn a blank, just a flat, got nothing, absolutely nothing. Few pennies, few halfpennies, the usual. But I've been finding it hard lately. That's why it's been so long for this video to come out, because I just haven't been finding that much, to be honest. I've got a decent amount of silvers for this video, but the amount of time I've put in, the ratio isn't that great, like. But anyway, we'll crack on with the video. Got a frog in my throat. This first series of clips is from a private permission on Stubble. There's a few nice items come up. This is the same field where I found the William III half crown. But it's just exactly the same. Obviously it was rolled last year and I found the William III. Now it's stubble and the farmer doesn't want his on when he's rolled it. So I just had to have a go at it as it is, as it was last year, if you get what I mean. There's a few nice things come up, a nice silver come up in this one. So we'll run these series of clips and then I'll jump in again when we're changing it up and when we're going hunting with the club. So roll VT. It's got a nice thimble there, but it seems, hang on a minute, take that earth off. It seems unusual, like, because it's heavy as out. It's got, like, I think it's got lead in it. That's strange, that, like. Strange. I don't normally film thimbles, like, I do get quite a few. I should film them, like, they're a nice thing. It's just appeal to us there. That's quite a nice thimble, that. But what's confusing is why it's filled with lead. It's retained the integrity of it, like, it's kept its shape because it is filled with lead. So it's a plus side, but it's just a bit strange, that's all. Very nice. Right, that's quite on. Well, here's an unusual one for you. It's hard to determine what that is on the front. I can't really see a bust, but there is some writing there. But if you turn it over, I'll just get the light right on it, so you can see it. That looks like the back of a George III shilling, and it's still got some of the silver. Some of the silver still remains. It's just hard to get the light right on it, so you can see it. Strange. I think it's been a fake shilling or something like that, or it could have been a token or a gaming piece or something. It's definitely the back of a George III shilling on there, like. I've had a good look at it. Strange one. Nice to get, like. And the next mystery item is a pewter tobacco tin handle lid box thing. That'll be like the lid off a pewter box which would have kept your tobacco in. That's just the handle. It's a common floral pattern on the top, so if you ever find one of them, at least you know what it is. Pewter tobacco tin handle. Right, well, I got this one about half an hour ago. I put it on Instagram to see if anybody would recognise it or see what it is, and it's been suggested that it could be a Dutch skilling, or it could be an early milled English shilling. Just see the I-L-I-N-G on the end there. But if I turn it, you can see a line on the bottom, which used to be part of some kind of shield. But if I turn it over, I can get it in my hand, right? You can see there it's like part of a crown. So that's the remains of some kind of nice coin. That it could be silver, that, actually. Looking at it. It's been broken a while, like, judging by the seam. the ploughs had it like. But anyway, that earlier, I got that George III, what I said was a fake one. I've been having a bit of rub on it, so you'll be able to see it better now. If you look, see the back there. You should be able to see his head there, I think. See his head there? George III, facing right, early 1800s, around about 1816-ish. There's the back. It's just a bit of a bummer that it's a fake. They were at it in them days, faking all that trouble to fake a shilling, like. Must have been worth a lot. Bouncing all over the place in the CTX, and I know why. That looks like a Jew's harp, but one of the prongs is missing. But looks like an early one because it isn't hollow. It's a solid base metal, solid casting of a Jew's harp. So I would say that was an early one, perhaps late medieval, around the 1600s mark. I would hazard a guess at around that sort of age, but it's a nice relic to find, like. I've only ever had one before, so it's very much welcome, that. See if I can find the other leg, but I doubt it. I think the ploughs had that. Right, let's crack on. Well, just had another cracking signal there, 12:41. I got one of these the last time I was in this field. It's a Newcastle Tea Company token, so it's very nice. I'll put that with the other one. Lovely find, that. I like collecting tokens, I like finding tokens. Very unique, some of them. Lovely design, unusual. It's because they're unusual why I like them so much. I'm very happy with that, like, that's lovely, lovely little find there. Right, let's crack on. You see that there, just sitting there. I don't know what it is yet. Looks like a small silver. It was a 1233, which is quite low for silver, like. I've had some tanners that come in at 1235. So I have no idea what this is. It could be just a George V shilling. Sixpence. Looks about the sixpence kind of size. But definitely looks silver, like. Who've we got? Oh, it's bent. Damn it. Oh shit. Hang on a minute, I'll just get a zoom on this. This looks bloody good, like. That to me looks like George I. That could be a George I sixpence. How a man focus, Jesus wept. I had a shilling by him the other video or whatever that was. That definitely looks like a George the... I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll give it a quick clean, I'll have a look at it, see if I can identify it. I'll show you that. 1671 I believe the date is on that. But, I don't know what it is. Is it a sixpence or is it a threepence or what? It doesn't say on the back what it is. It's a coin that I don't recognise. I'm not familiar with that, like, it's got a lovely symbol in the middle, but it doesn't stipulate what kind of currency it is, or what the value of it is, monetary wise. I thought it might have said threepence or something, because it's an early milled. It's one of the very first milled coins, that actually. Because it was a Charles I, and then Charles II had the very first milled coins. So what you're looking at there is one of the very first issued milled coins in England, which is an absolute belter to find because of where it is in the history of our coinage. And that's like a Mark I milled. Beautiful coin, absolutely beautiful. 1233. I thought that was going to be a George V sixpence. I honestly thought that was a George V sixpence. What a lovely surprise. And that other coin that I found before, which you've seen, it's got a number 17. It's a 1700 silver coin because I've done the silver foil trek on it and it's come back as silver. It's heated up straight away. So that's another early one. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Chuffed to bits of that. Get in there. Right, let's crack on. That's enough of me bullshitting on. See that all. See me getting rather excited there with that Charles II, because I do love early milled coins. They're pretty much up there on my list of favourite things to find. These next series of clips are all club digs. These are all the best bits I've found on the club digs over a series of weeks. There's a few nice bits and bobs, and the things I haven't filmed I'll try and put in the roundup and photos with all the stuff together. It's just mainly pennies and halfpennies and that kind of thing, but it's stuff that I'm choosing not to film really, because I want to make a different kind of detecting video from the home drum anyway. So here's all the clips from club digs, and we'll run all these straight off the bat, and then I'll jump in again because I have a little small hunt in the woods on a private permission, one of my old permissions, but I've never really done the woods, so I went there and I've done the woods, and I've got quite a few coins and a few bits and bobs and a few nice things actually. So we'll run these club digs and then I'll jump in again. Roll VT. Well, it looks like I've just got a very toasted Constantine Roman. I'm thinking it's Constantine because it's got a similar back to the other one I found, which was a Constantine. It's got like a straight line across the bottom and there's two soldiers either side. And just about make out the bottom bit. I don't know if you can, like. It's pretty knackered. That's a Roman anyway. Better than out. Right, we're on the board. Let's crack on. Well, just got a 1243 there. Absolutely banging on this CTX. Just see it there. I haven't even taken it out the clod yet. I don't know what it is. But it's early in the day, like, so I bagged a silver on this club dig. We'll take us out together and we'll see what we've got. Looks sixpence size, that's the initial impression. This looks like an old sixpence to me, judging by the look of it. No, it's not, it's a Vicky. It's a Queen Victoria. My nemesis, I can't get a silver bigger than a sixpence, but silver's silver, it's pretty worn like, but still nice to get. I'll take that all day long. You'll see that all cleaned up. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's go. This short and sweet because the rain's just started and I haven't even got my jacket on, so I'm getting soaking. But if you can see that there, looks like a hammered. I've just took the face of the little clump off. I don't know what it is yet. Just knocked it back off. Oh, what is it? Oh, this looks unusual, this. Really unusual. Give us a second, I'm going to get the toothbrush on that. It looks like it may have a hole in the middle, I'm not sure. Give us 2 seconds, I'll jump cut. Well, this is a bit strange. The detail's quite nice, it's a long cross, so it's a later one. But on the other side it's got the letter C stamped in the middle of it. Right in the king's face. What a shame that is. I thought it was a hole. Anyway, it's a lovely hammered. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, worth coming for that alone. I'm not sure about the letter C or why it's been stamped in the middle. Somebody marking it for some reason. But a hammered's a hammered in my book. It's just a shame he's stamped it through the king's face, like. Anyway, I'm happy, like, I'm not disappointed in that. I'm going to have a nice cigarette now and then I'm going to crack on. Right, we'll see that all cleaned up. Now that hammered coin, I want to ask the question of the viewers. Do you think that somebody has deliberately punched his crown? Because if you look at that footage of his crown and his face, it looks like somebody's actually punched. We kind of used a punch and a hammer to decrown the king. So I'm wondering, my theory is somebody's had issue with that king and actually decrowned him on the coin and chucked his coin away. Because it's very unusual, that. Very unusual. I was a little bit disheartened that somebody desecrated the coin, because that's the first one of that king I found. And it's a nice thing to find, but you can hear it in my voice. I'm not overly happy about somebody hitting it, but it makes it unique, if anything. And it's still hammered. I'm still happy with that. Got to be happy with what you get. So anybody who's got any theory on that, or any kind of thought on that, just leave it in the comments, and I'll be interested to hear what you've got to say about it. Right, let's crack on. Early spindle wall there, very crude in the construction. Looks like a very early one. I'm getting quite a collection of these nowadays. I quite like them, get some very nice patterned ones. That's a spindle wall straight after hammered, so signs are good. Where you get spindle walls, you'll find hammered. As a general rule of thumb, and it's a good rule of thumb and all. Right, let's crack on. Now there's a couple I don't often get. You can just see his head there in the writing. That's the George's second. The back of it's a bit toasted, like, due with the further clean, but you can quite clearly see his head there, like, and his face. Good detail on that for a George too. Not bad. Well, I've just had a clod shot there, and I thought, well, I'll just open it. And I seen the edge of the rim, and I rubbed it, and it came up silver. This is strange, this, like, because it wasn't long ago that I got my first one of these. This is a love token, I believe. I believe it's a love token. It's just sitting there, I just seen the edge of it, and I just cracked it open. I thought, why not? It's definitely a love token, like silver. Probably William era. Early mill dye. I can see one of the shields there. See the shield there at the top? Possibly a Queen Anne, but most common ones are the Williams. So that'll be a William III sixpence. Late 1600s. It'll be blank, like, because that's what they did. They defiled the coins, filed them off flat. It's the ultimate act of love by filing them off, because if you were caught defacing the king or queen, the penalty was quite severe. So it was like an act of love, putting your life on the line by filing the portrait of the king and the queen off. That's why they did it. It's interesting, like. That's silver anyway, so I'm happy with that. Maybe just get a bit more detail off that back at home. Silver for the pot, not complain. Right, let's crack on. Well, considering I just got another one, I wasn't planning on filming these, but I know people like them. That one there's got a little bit of decoration on. These two are quite crude. I'm just getting this one there now. This is quite a large, elaborate spindle wall. Got 4 in one day. I don't normally get that many, like. I've never had more than 1 in one day, but I've got 4 a day. It's just pretty bonkers. Well, just got quite a strange one there. I'm not even sure what that is. Some kind of symbol. Or the letter M, and it looks like a oops, dropped it. Looks like a token of some descript. But what's strange about it, if you look on the back, it's got like an embossed bit with like a little pineapple on it. Well, it looks like a pineapple or an acorn or something. It's quite unusual, that, like. Very pleased with that. Strange bit, like. Well, just got a nice Roman there. You can just about make out a woman there standing, holding something. Her head's facing left. Just make her head out there, and there's the body that goes down. It's a woman facing left. You might think that's a bit grotty and not really worth showing. And I'd agree with you, but wait till I turn this over. Have a look at this. How's that for a head on a Roman coin? That's a great bust, that. I don't know who that is, like. Got absolutely no idea. But I've got a good feeling that that'll come up with a bit of Renaissance. That'll come up really nice, that. I've found a few other Romans, but I haven't filmed them. I don't think it's worth filming shitty, grotty Romans. I think it's just a waste of time. There's nothing legible on it. It's not worth filming, I don't think. That one's lovely, like, lovely face. Shit signal it gives, bouncing all over the place, but Romans do that. Roman coins do that. Beautiful, that. Absolutely beautiful. Get in there. Right, let's crack on. Well, in regards to what I was just saying, I wouldn't ordinarily film these two grotty ones that I got. Two shitty Romans. I'm just absolutely knackered. Can't make no out on them. There's a little bit on this one, like, but not much. That's what I was talking about. There's no point in filming. To me, anyway. I just think it's a waste of time. Right, let's crack on. These next couple of clips is me out on a friend's permission, Rob. So if you're watching, Rob, thanks very much for the DST Techno, mate. I really enjoyed it. Coin shooting on pasture. Here's a few nice things that I've found. So roll VT on them couple of clips. Some really early nice halfpennies coppers in this one. So you might enjoy it. Hopefully. Well, I'm just having a hunt on my friend's permission. Today I'm just having a few hours with him. So far I found a barrel tap, a shoe buckle, a spectacle buckle which is under there, another spectacle buckle which was already broken in the hole. But I want to show you these early Georgian coins. So this one here is a George II, not in bad nick. George III, not in bad nick. Look at this one, George III again. Great nick. Brilliant condition these are coming out. Absolutely brilliant. And here's pasture, and there's a George III, big old penny, look at that. Size of that monster. What I wanted to show you, I've just got it now, and I don't think I've ever had one. There's a William III halfpenny. Quite clearly see the bust there, and the name going on the side. Bit of Renaissance wax, and that'll come up lovely, that. Not quite sure about the back, whether it's Britannia or not. Well, after just showing you all those pennies and halfpennies and such like, and such forth, William III, I've just got a lovely sweet 1140 jumping to 1240. And I've just, like, put the spade in here and just edged it out, and the silver's just dropped. Get in there. It's been a while since I've had silver. I've been struggling with it, like. That looks shilling size to me, and I don't care what monarch's on it. Silver's silver, and I haven't had out for ages. It's definitely shilling size. Hey, let's get the light on it. Oh, I love this. I love it. This is what all detectorists strive for. Who's that? Oh, it's just a George V. A good old Georgie. That'll do me, like. I'm not that fussed. I'm not fussed that it's older. You know what I mean? Silver's silver. And I love a bit of silver. That's a shilling. 1 shilling. It's in good nick, that, you know. It's not in bad nick. Very bright. I wonder if that's sterling. Let's just see the date. Hang on a minute. 1926. No, it's not. It's 50%. 50%er. was a little bit scatty on the signal, a little touchy jumpy, but still nice and sweet. Oh, you bugger. Nearly dropped it. Right, I'm happy now. Nice bit of silver. Have a nice smoke. I'm just going to carry on. Champion that. Oh, yes. Right, let's crack on. You little beauty. Right, this last bit of footage is one of my old permissions. I've had so many coins out of here, silvers, half crowns. All the earlier videos were made from this area. It's just a small strip of wood, which I've always avoided doing, because when you're detecting in the woods you're getting caught on stuff and you're getting holly bushes scratching you. You're trying to dig and you're trying to detect in amongst it all. It can be hard going because it's quite a condensed wood in parts. So I thought I'd have a run through it just to test, to see what I can get. But I'm digging tin cans all the time and all sorts of junk because it's near a main road and all the stuff's just being chucked over the top. So I'm trying to sift through all the junk. When you see this clip, I've got about 10 or more coins, but at the end of the hunt I ended up with about 20, I think, but I didn't film the pennies and halfpennies, the usual. Nothing worth filming, but something nice turned up at the end when I was leaving the woods. So we'll roll VT and we'll have a good look at that. Well, just doing a bit of a local permission I've got, which I haven't really. There's a small wooded area which I haven't really tackled. I've just got all them. There's a few 2p there. Like, I don't like film modern coins, but they're all pre-decimal pennies and half pennies as well. If you look behind, I found 2 guns. I found a Colt, a Crescent Colt or something, and it actually still works, which is unbelievable. Well, it was working, wasn't it? It still works. I've just found another one. I've actually found this gun on another permission, same gun, and I found another one of them. So that's that. There's the coins, and I'm just getting this one here. This is the outside. Hang on, I'll get a zoom on this. This is the outside of a locket or a pocket watch, but it's nicely decorated and it's definitely silver. Just see the ornate pattern. Well, I've just dug that hole there about 2 inches down. I've just found this. It looks like a cap badge, Tank Corporation, Corpse. Do you see it on the bottom? What's that say on the top? Tank Corpse. So I haven't broke the back off. I'm hoping the pin's still attached. I like things like this, like. Oh, it is, eh? It's all still totally intact. I had to go gentle with that, like, because it might come off. It's only about 2 inches down. I've just come out of the woods from over there. Well, I'm just getting all them coins. I'll just pull that one on the way out. So I'm going to do a bit more around here, see if I can find out what else. In fact, that's that nice. I'm going to show you that cleaned up on a little clip. I like that, like, it's nice. Right, let's crack on. Well, that's the end of the video now. A few nice items come up. Things have been hard going. It's took a lot of time to put this video together and to find enough stuff to make a decent video, a half decent video anyway. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm not particularly bothered. Leave a comment. And if you've got any input on making videos for the future and what you would like to see, just let us know. If you've got something on your mind with what I've said about one videos, just say it. Don't hold back. If you want to say something, say it. Say it in the comments. I'd respect you more if you just say it, and then we can talk about it. I think YouTube's got a lot of issues on there's something that irritates me on people who make videos on detecting. They're kind of like killing it on YouTube for me. If you find a £1 coin or a 50p piece or a 2p piece, think to yourself, does the viewer actually want to see this? Is this good footage? No, it isn't. So obviously every YouTuber and every channel's got their own right to film whatever they want, the freedom to do whatever you like. But I'm asking you to think to yourself, people who are making these videos, good channels, good people, nice people, very likeable people, very watchable people. It's like self-destructive in a way. I want you to ask yourself, do people actually want to see this? Because you've got a good video or you're finding good stuff, and then then all the time say 50p pound, 50p pound. Jesus, you're wasting your time, you're wasting my time. It's just irritable. So I just want you to ask yourself a question. When you're filming that 2p piece, do you think I want to see it? The answer is no. Nobody else wants to see it. That might be controversial what I've just said there, but it's getting on my nerves, like. It's hard going watching that, like. Hard going. Anyway, here's the slideshow. Here's all the best bits, all the photos of all the stuff I've found, all the silvers, and like a roundup photo shoot like I normally do in my videos. So we'll roll VT on that, and thanks very much for watching. I appreciate all your views and your subscriptions, and I'll see you in the next video.